I'm Carson. This is One Up Drum Vids. I really want to do a video about something that was shared with me that completely changed kind of my day-to-day drumming and practicing experience. It was shared with me by probably my favorite drummer of all time. His name's Ray Garraway. I had the total fortune to be able to hang out with him before he passed away last year. We were hanging out one time and he was like, "Hey man, do you ever practice to ambient music?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Well, what are you doing when you're practicing all this stuff to a metronome? Like, what are you listening to?" And I was like, "Well, I listen to the click track." He's like, "Do you hate your life?" And I was like, "Well, I never really thought about it like that." And he's like, "Man," he's like, "if you're going to sit there and play all this stuff to a click track, put on beautiful ambient music." I kind of took it as a grain of salt at first, but then I actually started implementing it into my day-to-day practice. I mean, I'd go on my iPhone and I'd pull up like Bloom or Trope or one of those apps that Brian Eno made, and I'd get that going and I'd put the metronome after, and that stuff would just be floating around. Drumming is pretty repetitive in its nature, and there's a lot of things you just got to do over and over again. So click tracks and stuff like that are awesome for certain things, but it kind of takes you away from the music. And so in this way, you kind of like injected it back in. And then it's amazing when you turn off the metronome, you'll start off playing something kind of simple and then start questioning and answering the thing that you're playing. And then the things that you've been working out, the licks and whatever, I mean, instead of it being just a lick, you're using it to create tension release within a piece of music. And I mean, that's what it's all about. So every time that I'm playing to music. There's something so cool about that. And I never even thought about doing it until Ray was just like,
Hey, do you ever play to any ambient kind of things? Like, just like soundscape kind of shit?
"No, but I should. You were telling me about that." I know this kind of might seem like a bit of a weird thing, but if you haven't tried this before, this will change your life. Like it completely has changed how I look at music and how I look at the drums and how I practice. Yeah, so it's kind of like one-upping your practice, which, I mean, that's legit. That's awesome. Thanks to the late great Ray Garraway for laying that one on me, because it's been awesome. I hope you have a good one. See ya.